Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Debbie, and this is my crafty den. So today I am doing a plan with me in my bullet journal, and I have this Ephemera book that I just recently got, and it has these beautiful browns and blues, all these gorgeous images. So I'm just going to look for some washi tape for here. This was a hard decision for me to make, the washi tape colors, because I couldn't figure out whether I should use the blues or whether I should use the browns. So I decided to go with the blues because the blues are the background color on these pages, and I thought that would be a little bit of a contrast because most of the images are brown. This Ephemera book is absolutely gorgeous. I'm also checking to see what I'm going to do for a ink color. I have my Crayola Super Tips, of course. That's what I always use. So the first part of this for me is absolutely just trying to make a decision. So I think I figured out what I'm going to do. And to get this started, I am first going to draw out all of my boxes. So I just do one large box on each page. Each page is one day in this bullet journal. And I've been using this planner for everything until recently. But just recently I went back to the Happy Planner for my social media planning. And I decided to take all the small individual boxes out of this and to do one large box for each day. So it just makes it easier for me to have one large box. You may still want to put separate boxes for different categories for your planner if you're making your own planner like this each week. But I kind of like this style a little bit better. It just means that when I don't have something to fill a particular box on a different day, I can add a little bit more decor. Decorating, I mean, really, decorating has just been so much easier since I started doing it this way. So the only ones that I do two boxes are on Saturday and Sunday, and I do both of those on one page. I don't need as much room to put down my weekend activities. And my last box, of course, is still my grocery shopping list. Not just groceries, though. I kind of put down reminders here for anything that I run out of through the week. And that way, it's sure to hit my list before I go to my next shopping trip. So I'm going to do the edges of my pages. I've mentioned so many times now how I cut these pages down, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's not something that I'm going to change anytime soon, I don't think. I love having the pages a little bit offset like this. And by that I mean that when I cut them down, my first page is the smallest and they gradually get wider for each page so that I have this stepped edge. And that way I get to use 3 graduating colors of washi tape, and it kind of gives me a little bit of an ombre effect. And it's just a way to pick up a little bit more color in the middle of the spread. So once that's done, I am just going to go through and put my headers in on my, I call it my sidebar page. I do errands, banking, and I also do a third header in that box. Sometimes I put important, sometimes I'll put miscellaneous or next week. I never really know what I'm going to put in that bottom part of that box. So the headers on those change, whatever I feel like at the time. But I do my days and dates at the top of each box going through my week. And of course, the very last box is always my shopping list. It's working, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Having a spot where I can jot down things as I run out of them through the week. And I have this journal really close at hand all the time because I use it so much. And yeah, so I can't wait to decorate with this ephemera book. So this book is from Kate Curry. It is absolutely stunning. The images in here are beautiful. I'll leave a link in the description box for this. I got it off of Amazon, but I'm just new to these ephemera books, and as soon as I saw them, I think they're meant mostly for all the ladies that are doing glue booking for all those wonderful cut and glue images. But my thoughts went to all different paper crafting projects and my planners. What beautiful pieces to decorate my planners. So I'm leaving a little edge, just a tiny little border, about 1/8 of an inch around all of these images when I cut them out, because I thought it would be too hard to actually fussy cut right on the edge of things like these bootlaces, the fringes on some blankets. Some of the edges have a little bit of a feathery look to them, so leaving a little border is perfect. And because the background of these papers is blue, that little border is just going to play off that blue washi that I put on the edge of my middle pages. So I'm going to cut all of these out and I'll be right back. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing the gloves today, my hands have been bothering me so much in this cold, damp weather. And my wonderful neighbor actually gave me these gloves to try to see if they would help. And they are a compression glove. They're supposed to help if you've got arthritis. And all of this fussy cutting is actually bothering my hands, and I'm not going to stop doing it because I just love it so, so much. And if these gloves allow me to do what I want to do and keep having fun, then I am going to be really, really happy. So I'm just taking all of these images that I've got cut out, and I'm just going to put one at the bottom of each page. But I'm going to put these bigger ones, these bookshelf ones, on the wider pages, the two outside pages that aren't cut down. And to put these down, I am just going to grab a glue stick, and I'm just going to start gluing them and putting them down so that I can see if I have enough of my images cut out. So I grabbed it's actually an old advertising. I think it's a travel magazine. So I have a bunch of them that I never used and I've cut a few images out of. But anyway, I'm just going to use that to put my glue on the back of my pieces so I don't get glue on my desk. And I am going to glue these images down. So I'm also taking my bone folder and I'm smoothing out the images to help spread that glue and press these down really well. I don't want any clumps of glue from the glue stick in behind these. And yeah, so they're so pretty, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. I could tell as soon as I glued that first one down that I was going to absolutely love this. So I've got on Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got this basket of blankets and an extra stack of blankets beside it. On Thursday, Friday, I've got these boots. Those boots are so gorgeous. And right beside the boots, I'm going to put this girl who has her soft, fuzzy jacket and hat. Oh, so gorgeous. She's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then I'm going to use another one of these decorated bookshelves and put it on the back page, and it'll kind of play off the shelf that I have there on the front page of this spread. So I'm making sure I get that glue right to the edge of these pictures because I want these to stay down really well. So I have that little sweater. I'm just going to put it up in that top right hand corner. And this is where I realized that I didn't cut enough images out. I need one for Monday and something for Saturday and Sunday. I just need smaller bits for this. So I'm going to go back to that page that I took half of the page, and I'm going to try to find some smaller images. So here's that half page. I'm going to do this little owl, this little ornament, and I'm going to take that little candle sitting on the journal. I think that is so pretty, and I'm just going to cut these out as well. So definitely let me know in the comments this week, have you used magazine pictures or these images from these ephemera books while you're doing your planning? And if you haven't, would you? I just think this is a fabulous resource for having something new and gorgeous. And there are so many of these books available. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and there's no limit to how you can use them. So I have all my images glued down. Now there's a few things that I have left. I'm going to go to these woodland sticker books. And I'm just going to use some of these dots for some bullet points. I need 3 under errands, and I need 3 of these under banking as well. These little dots are really hard for me. I have a hard time using my hands right now, especially on a day like today when they're bothering me. And even with the tweezers, I'm struggling with these tiny little dots. But I couldn't find a pen. So I was looking for a Crayola Super Tip marker that I could use for bullet points. I didn't want to use the exact same one that I used to make my boxes because I wanted my bullet points to be a little bit different, but I just couldn't find the right one because the only other marker that I had, I wanted to use for my headers. And so I'm just going through this book. There's lots of these, and I hardly ever use them all up anyway. So this is just going to give me a chance to use some of them. And I'm just putting 3 down at the beginning of each day in those boxes. Just 3 at the top. I can write all kinds of things down besides where these bullet points are going. And I do that too. I make all kinds of notes. These are just my 3 top things that I decide have to be done each day. So I'm going to put down, I don't need as many on weekends. So I'm going to put 2 down on Saturday and 2 down on Sunday. And I don't even think I'm going to put any down under my shopping list. I've got room there to write, and I can just make notations when I run out of something. So I'm erasing that date because it was originally there in pencil. And this is the other brown marker, the Crayola Super Tip that I had picked out. This one's it's a darker brown with a little bit of a cinnamon tone to it. And I thought it went well with all of these beautiful images that I've now turned into planner decor. I'm loving this. absolutely loving it. I hope you like it as much as I do, because this is probably my favorite spread that I've actually done this year. And now this is the very last week of November going into December. So that's saying a lot considering I've done these bullet journal spreads for a whole year now. So once again, this is Cozy Winter Ephemera from Kate Curry, and you can find it on Amazon. So if you like this spread as much as I do, please give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you're watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.